class. Today we will continue with the chapter for civics, that is the Constitution of India. So the first topic for today's class is the vision in set forth in the Constitution. Vision set forth in the Constitution. Forth means just about to approach. So what do you mean by the word the preamble? Remember, a preamble is like the introduction of a book. The preamble to our Constitution summarizes its aims and objectives. The first line of the preamble, "We the people of India," and its last line, "Adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution," clearly suggest that the power lies in the hands of the people. Okay, so the preamble is a guideline of the Indian Constitution. It declares India to be a sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic and sets out the basic ideals of the Indian Republic. Our constitutional experts took inspiration from the American Constitution for the framing of the preamble. Now we are going to discuss the key features of Indian Constitution. So these are the features of Indian Constitution. Just like written Constitution, blend of rigidity and flexibility, federalism, parliamentary form of government, division of power, fundamental rights, secularism and single citizenship. So just take up the first one, and it is written Constitution. So you know that unlike ब्रिटिश कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन विच इज मेनली अनरिटन, आप जानते हो क्या ब्रिटेन पे जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है वो है अनरिटन. तो अगर एग्जाम्पल है कि अनरिटन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का, तो आप दोगे ब्रिटेन का नाम. ओके, सो अनलाइक द ब्रिटिश कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन विच इज मेनली अनरिटन, द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज द रिटन वन, मीन्स द लेंथीएस्ट रिटन डॉक्यूमेंट. Our second features for the Indian Constitution is rigid as well as flexible, means the blend of rigidity and flexibility. So the Indian Constitution is rigid as well as flexible. That is, some part can be easily amended. Amended means a kind of act, चेंज और एडिशन इन एनी डॉक्यूमेंट. कोई डॉक्यूमेंट को चेंज करने के लिए जो प्रोसीड्यूर है, ऑन दैट टाइम इट इज कॉल्ड द अमेंडमेंट. ओके, सो आई एम गोइंग टू रिपीट, द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज रिजिड एज वेल एज फ्लेक्सिबल. Okay, that is, some parts can be easily amended by the parliament by a simple majority. Simple majority means one more than half. अगर आप सोच लो 100% वोटिंग हुआ है, तो अगर 50% और 50 से ज्यादा अगर होता है तो इसको बोलते हैं सिंपल मेजोरिटी. सिंपल मेजोरिटी से जीत गया है कोई लीडर, मतलब बहुत इजीली. अगर 100% है, 51 या 50% अगर उसको मिल जाता है वोटिंग, तो ऑब्वियसली इट इज कॉल्ड द सिंपल मेजोरिटी. एंड सेकेंड वन, बट फॉर अमेंडमेंट ऑफ मोस्ट ऑफ द अदर क्लॉजेस. ओके, ये छोड़ के अगर कोई अमेंडमेंट कराना चाहिए या न्यू रूल्स या लॉज इंट्रोडक्शन हो रहा है, सो ऑन दैट टाइम वी नीड, मीन्स पार्लियामेंट नीड ए स्पेशल मेजोरिटी इज रिक्वायर्ड इन द पार्लियामेंट. ओके, आई एम गोइंग टू रिपीट, इट इज अ लिटिल बिट confusing. Okay, I'm going to repeat. The Indian Constitution is rigid as well as flexible. That is, some parts can be easily amended by the parliament by a simple majority. Already we discussed what is the meaning of simple majority. But for amendment of most of the other clause, a special majority is required in the parliament. Special majority means 2/3 of the majority of those present and voting, and simple majority of the total membership of the houses. Simple majority के साथ add हो रहा है 2/3 of the majority of the both houses, means you know both houses means the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Okay, simple majority के साथ addition हो रहा है 2/3 of the majority from both the houses. It is called the special majority. Okay, got it now? So the procedure of amendment of the Constitution is laid down in Article 368. Next feature is federalism. So what is the meaning of that? The Constitution of India provides for a federal form of government. So it is the key features of the Indian Constitution, means the federalism. The federal form of government usually has two tiers of the government, one at the central level and other at the state level. Indian federal structure is unique in the world. It has both federal and unitary features. In federal form of government, both the levels of Government, that is central government at national level and state government at provincial level, have their well-defined jurisdiction and each tier enjoys independent power. Okay, so next one, parliamentary form of government. So what do you mean by this word parliamentary? Remember, Indian constitution of our country provides for a parliamentary form of government. In actual practice, the government is run by the Prime Minister and other members of the Council of Ministers. The President is nominal head of the society, means the state. So nominal head means showcased head है, जो नाम के वास्ते बोलते हो ना हिंदी पे. So just like that. So Prime Minister plays a vital role for running our government. Our next feature is division of power. The three organs of Indian government are legislature, executive and judiciary. Already in class 7th you have studied about all these three organs, isn't it? So the powers of this organ are well defined under the constitution, which ensures the following. No organ can exercise unlimited powers. तो किसी के पास unlimited power नहीं होगा. ओके ये चेक कौन कर रहा है? ऑब्वियसली इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. ईच ऑर्गन कैन चेक द पावर्स ऑफ द अदर. सो एवरी ऑर्गन ऑब्वियसली वेल डिफाइंड एंड ऑल्सो चेक द पावर ऑफ अदर ऑर्गन. जस्ट लाइक लेजिस्लेचर जो है वो एग्जीक्यूटिव को देख सकता है या जुडिशियरी को. जुडिशियरी चेक करेगा लेजिस्लेचर एंड एग्जीक्यूटिव, isn't? Okay, so this has resulted in the balance of power among various organs of the government. Our next feature is fundamental rights. Fundamental rights secure the citizens of India against the arbitrary and absolute exercise of power by the state. The Constitution of India guarantees the right of the individual against the state as well as against other individual. Our constitutional experts included a separate unit on fundamental rights in part 3 of Indian Constitution. Remember, fundamental rights plays a great role in Indian Constitution. अगर Indian Constitution का अगर बोला जाए, इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का मेन फीचर्स क्या है? ऑब्वियसली फंडामेंटल राइट्स. रिमेंबर. Next one, secularism. Secularism is one of the most essential features of the Indian Constitution. Why? According to the Constitution, it is mandatory that the nature of Indian state will be secular, which means that the state would not officially promote any religion. So हम लोगों के जो country है ये किसी भी religion को promote नहीं करता. Okay? Got it now? And the last features and very important, single citizenship. In your book it is not there, but for the reference just remember. So in India, a citizen may belong to any particular state, but she or he can only have the citizenship of India. The provision of dual citizenship, that is holding citizenship of two countries, is not yet a norm by the Constitution of India. अगर आप सोच रहे हो कि इंडिया पे रहोगे, ठीक है, आप जस्ट लाइक फॉर रेफरेंस ऑफ जॉब आप कहीं अब्रॉड पे जा रहे हो, फॉरेन पे, वहां पे जाके भी आप सिटीजनशिप ले लोगे तो इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन वो सिटीजनशिप नहीं मानेगा. तो ऑब्वियसली इंडिया पे अगर रहना है तो आपको सिंगल सिटीजनशिप भी लेना है. That's the end for today's session. We'll meet in our next class with the remaining part of this chapter. Till then, bye, take care and happy learning.